welcome to my very first YouTube channel. I have been contemplating to make a video because I actually am a person who loves everything, fashion, food, traveling. So I really did not have a topic to start with, but today I have decided to talk about what is happening or what just happened in my life right now. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I will just ask you, of course, to subscribe, hit the notification button, stay tuned. If you have questions, just drop them down on the comment box. And if you want to know anything, just let me know and we can just talk about it. So yes, here is the stories. The reason it's listening
today,
and
I just want to talk about what is happening in my life right now. As you can see from the topic itself, I am going through a heartbreak. Yes, a heartbreak. You may see me smiling right now, but that's not the state that I was in of late. I was actually down and I was literally like crying, but for some reason I got the courage and the strength to just come in front of the camera and talk to you guys about the whole situation. So this is what happened. I have been dating my boyfriend for 4.5 years to be specific now, and we both here in Dubai. We met at our first company and we've been working together there for about 1 year, 8 months, and then we have moved again together after resigning to another company together, where I myself worked for 1 year, 8 months again, and I left him there because I had found a good opportunity. So I remember when I left there, I actually told him this is going to be trying times and this is only the way that we're going to find out if we really meant to be together. And of course, things happened, and now I will just go ahead and tell you the story of what happened. I chose not to keep it to myself because I'm not gonna heal, but if I talk it out and share it with other people, I believe that I will not be a bitter person. I would have removed everything that has been torturing me for these past 2 days already. So as I mentioned, we've been seeing each other for 4.5 years already. To be honest, everything was all rosy, everything was all perfect. Of course, we had our ups and downs in between, but however, we would come in terms where we fix the situation and then we move on. So yes, not all relationships are perfect, of course, but it just takes two people who are committed and two people who are willing to fix their problems, and then they move on. So that's who we were. So when I moved, as I mentioned, that I'm working now in a different company, and I left him to the company that we've been working together from the beginning. We were not really seeing each other often, provided that the rules and regulations of the UAE law, staying in staff accommodation, on all this kind of stuff, and also his working schedule and my working schedule were not really corresponding, so we could not really see each other oftenly. We would just squeeze in maybe for a few minutes or for a full day. We tried to make vacations together, but then it was really not adding up. So what happened now is one day, it was in January if I'm not wrong, I received an Instagram message from one lady, and this lady was telling me that I just want to find out if you are with this guy. So it came as a shock because it never happened between us during all this time. Nothing like that ever happened. I'm talking about infidelity. It never happened. That is something that never came in between us. So I was like, yes, I know him, he is my boyfriend. And the lady was like, sorry, I do not want to break another woman, so I'm decided to share this with you right now. I have been seeing this person since May 2019, and he had told me that you broke up after people told her that actually the guy you are dating is seeing this girl, because everyone knew about us. To be honest, I had so many people who admired our relationship. Like whenever they see us, they would be like, oh wow, these two are just in love. And that was it that time. So someone warned her that he has a girlfriend. It's only that the girlfriend is another city. Actually, she didn't know that I was actually in the same city with him, only like 15 or 10 minutes drive to his new apartment and 5 minutes from our workplaces. But as you know how Dubai is, the roads are just not straight ahead. You need to go round and round, and the working times are just different and everything, of course. So she thought I was in another city, yet I was in Dubai. How funny. So yes, she was telling me everything that she kept to find out after seeing texts in his phone, of course, because I was talking to him every single minute, every single day, all the calls, everything. So I was just wondering how, like, these things happen. Like, how would he even get the chance to cheat? Because we would video call and everything. That means he is good at his job. Trust me, guys, he is very good. I was thinking that yesterday when I was planning to make this video, I thought I would be crying. I really thought I would be crying, but thank God I am not crying. I am just the strongest person ever today. I feel okay now. I feel relieved that this is out. Okay, I'll continue with the story of the messages. So how I took it. Well, I wasn't harsh on this girl, of course, because I was just like, okay. But then I asked her to provide me with evidence, because of course you cannot attack the person you have been with for over 4 years, saying that she's been cheating, and this is the first time I have this kind of thing happening between us. So of course I cannot just be like, dude, you're cheating. You know what I mean? So I need evidence. So I asked her, do you have any evidence that you guys have been together? Unfortunately, she didn't. She said she had deleted everything. I said, you don't even have a single call? She had nothing. She said she had deleted everything. So, you know, as us ladies, you have that your best friends that you just talk to. Like, you know, this is just what happened to me. I don't know what to do anymore. And then, of course, my girlfriends would be like, you know, these things happen. There are other people out there who are just there to destroy what you guys have. Come on, look what he's always doing for you. Just look at this thing. We're not saying that this lady is wrong, but just put A and B together and see, weigh the things, because now we don't have any evidence from this person. So there's no reason you can just go and blame this person, your boyfriend, from cheating. And then I said, okay. So I immediately texted my boyfriend out of anger. I didn't even take time to breathe. Like, what the F is happening here? You know, just leave me. I don't want anything to do with you. I just came to know that you are seeing someone, so please, let's not waste each other's time. He's good at crying. He's good at convincing. Of course he convinced me. You know how men are when they come with all their charming words, all these sweet things they can say to you. He was just like that. I'm sorry, baby. This is just a misunderstanding. Nothing of such happened. I don't know why this person is claiming that we are together. I've never been with her. She's actually someone who's always sleeping with different men. She goes out drinking. She labeled this person. Well, I was like, okay. What I said to him, I remember very well. I told him, time will tell. I will know if you're being honest. Time will tell. If you are lying, you're lying to yourself, you know. At the end of the day, the truth will be revealed. If there is something that needs to be revealed, eventually it will come out. Yeah, okay. So we've been talking, we've been chatting, but as I mentioned, seeing each other is still quite difficult. So we've been working on that. Like, let's try to find jobs together so that at least, or we move in together, we stay together, we stay close to each other. That was our next plan. So all this time we've just been communicating on video calling, WhatsApp, and then we had the lockdown that was worse. And the last time I met him was in February, because now there were some restrictions in our accommodation that you cannot allow outside visitors to visit you. you know, all these restrictions. So of course it was like difficult situation. Now we couldn't really see each other. Okay, so he managed to get away with it that very first time. So of late, okay, this is another story, guys. It's just a lot, but I'll try to put it together so that it makes sense. There was this number. There's the business that I do. I'm into Genesis World, Generation Young for beauty products, anti-aging products. So this person texted me asking me how the business, how she can join the business, how he actually, because he sent me his Emirates ID. It was a guy. So I explained, of course, happy that I have people there seeing what I'm doing, and I'm actually motivating other people. And I was so nice to this person. I spoke to him, I gave him all the tips, and then he said, he went quiet actually. He didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, it happens in business and you cannot force people. Whenever that person will be ready, they will tell me and then we can make them join. All right. And then that was it. Later, after weeks, I received a message from the same number. Luckily, I didn't delete this chat. The person was like, can you please leave my boyfriend alone? You are a woman and I know you wouldn't want to hurt another woman, so kindly leave my boyfriend alone. I was like, okay, who are you? Where did you get my number? What boyfriend are you talking about? So I didn't say, but last time I spoke to you about business. So what is this? I was like, who are you? Where did you get my number? And what do you want from me? What boyfriend are you claiming? I just sent those messages to my boyfriend because I have one boyfriend. Of course, I was seeing one person. Someone is claiming you. Who is this person? No, actually, I forgot. This is the funny part. I just took the number and then I sent it to him. Do you know this number? And then he's like, why? I'm like, do you know this number or you don't know? And then he's like, let me check. And then he was checking, of course, in his apartment. I'm in my apartment. And then later on, he comes to me. He said, yes, I know. I'm like, who is the person? And then, no, it's some other people I'm doing some business with. It's more like Genesis, but it's a different business. So that's the number. I'm like, okay. But this is the text I'm getting from them. So I do not understand why they're saying I should leave their boyfriend alone. Are you the boyfriend? And then he denied, of course. And I believed him, of course. I said, maybe it's an error, human error or something. Because I'm sure now I'm sure what happened. He texted the person. And then later on, the person texted me saying, I'm sorry, that was a mistake actually. I saved your number as Kusha Peaches. And my girlfriend happened to see your name in my phone and thought that I am seeing you. That's why you are receiving this text from this person. She's actually angry. And then I said, okay. It made sense, right? Like, okay, now it's like a boy telling me that it's my girlfriend who went through my phone and now, so it made sense somehow. And then I said, okay. So I left it like that. Okay. So now, as I mentioned, after these messages and everything was back to normal. Of course, not seeing each other, but we were just talking like boyfriend and girlfriend as usual, having plans, like what we're gonna do after this situation and everything. Until one day, this number, unfortunately, I did not delete this number because I was still wondering. After moving on with him, of course, the trust was like killed. I trusted him 100%. They always say leave room for disappointments. But with him, I never left a room for disappointment because he was this kind of a person who was always genuine, always like when you pick up a call, oh my God, I need you right now. There's an emergency, assist me with this. He would show up. He would be there. So I trusted him. So this status on WhatsApp, it mentioned his nickname, yeah? Like, thank you, my what, for the love that you're giving me. I love you from the moon and back. Weird, right? You know this name, this same number, he said he knows it. So what I didn't ask him. I told my friend, this my friend is my sister friend, yeah? She said, you know what? There's something fishy, but leave it for now. Don't ask him, because he will end up saying, why you always bringing these things up? You're trying to work things together. She was right, and I kept quiet. But then later when I told her, you know what? I cannot continue talking to a person knowing that I'm holding something. I have something that is heavy on my chest and I need to let it out. So what happened now? What happened is then I sent him, he called me. He was asking me, how has been your day? You seem a little bit distant. What happened? Are you happy? Are you unhappy? What happened to you? And then I'm like, I just saw a status from that very same number you said you know, and it mentioned your name, not your name, but your nickname. So I'm just wondering if this same number you said you know, they also have a person with your nickname. I don't know, I'm just confused. And then it's like, oh my God, seriously, I told you a long time ago to delete that number. Don't let these things come in between us. Why would you not believe me? You should trust me, right? And then I said, but still it's just disturbing. And then I sent him the status. Okay, you know what? My friend asked me now. This is becoming interesting, guys. You need to stay here. So I deleted the number so that they don't get to see my statuses as well. And the following day, the same number was WhatsApp calling me. Well, I viewed that status on private, yeah? But the following day, that same number called me. I'm sure they noticed that they cannot see my statuses or anything now because I had deleted their number. So they called me. I couldn't hear because WhatsApp calling in UAE is really doesn't work properly, so I couldn't hear. I'm like, I cannot hear you. And then I texted. I'm like, what is it that you want this time again? And then the person said, I would like to talk to you, but let me get credits because now I don't have credit, but I'll call you. And then I said, okay. Guys, I am telling you, okay, the status, that day my heart stopped. I called my boyfriend. I was mad, like I could feel that something's wrong, you know, I could sense it, you can feel it. I video called him and then I said, are you home? Yes, show me you're home. And then he did a tour for his apartment. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but I just had this bad feeling after seeing the status. Then he's a narcissist. That's what I have to call him today, a narcissist. He called me, he showed me his room, and then he said to me, don't be crazy, you know, I'm here for you, I love you, you are the only person that I love. Okay, I'm sorry, it was just a misunderstanding, but I'm sorry. Okay. So yes, I apologized for just like, you know what I mean, like I was too forward, I would say, but of course it was that feeling in me, like really, who is this person and what is happening? There are things that I am actually missing in between, you know. But he denied, of course, and then he ended up blaming me for not trusting him enough, and he had assured me that he's not seeing anyone, he's only seeing me. And I believed him, but then that time already I was feeling something is wrong. So I let it be, I let him be, and I just was like, let me not talk about it anymore. So I stayed the whole day that time, and then I received a call from him. It was around 10 p.m. and he was still at work. And guys, I have never seen such things. He was like
crying, telling me he's a bit tipsy, he's been drinking. So I was asking him, what is the problem? What is happening? Because now you are confusing me. Last time we spoke, it was me asking you about that status, and now you are here calling me tipsy and crying. What is happening? And then he was telling me that he's in trouble, that he might even end up being in jail, and it includes his father and his brother. So I was confused, people. I've never been this confused, but I was so confused. So I let him speak. I'm like, I'm not getting any sense of what you're saying. Just slip this in. When you are sober, we talk, and then you tell me your story, because right now I don't get it. I don't get anything. And then he was like, you know, I'm just telling you, just be strong. Even if you hear that I'm gone, just be strong and just know that I will love you now and forever. You are the only person that I love. He was just saying all these crazy things, which I did not understand. And trust me, I was like, so there's more to this. I just didn't feel okay already. I was ready to receive any news from that very night. So I didn't speak to him, and I hung up. I'm like, whenever you are not tipsy, you call me and then we talk. So around midnight, he calls me. He was now home. Yeah, I just got home now and I would like to talk to you. And I'm like, yes, talk. And then he was telling me about these things of, again, the same situation. Yeah, I might get in trouble because of issues back home. I might be in jail, but please just make sure you take care of yourself if such things happen, or if you find me gone, there will be things that are happening and I don't want you to be involved. I just want you to be safe. He came up, cooked all these things. But I was so calm enough to just tell him, you know what? I have no idea what is happening in your life, but I feel like I don't know you and I don't understand what is it that you want to tell me. There's nothing that is making sense. So I told him, you know, these things have been happening all this time, but the truth will eventually come out, as I'm always telling you, the truth will eventually come out. If you are genuine, if you are real, if you love me still, I will get to know. It's just a matter of time. So it's okay. Just take some rest now and we will talk about it some other time. And then he was like, okay, you don't want to talk? And then he slept and I slept as well. So the following morning, guys, I was really confused about this thing. Like, I even spoke to my roommate, telling her, and I was like in confusion. So it happened that I did not sleep properly that day because I was just having random thoughts like, what is it that I don't know? Like, you know, as I mentioned, you already feel that there's something happening, and anytime from now I will hear anything. I even told them, like, I feel like something bad is going to happen, and they were like, don't say that. I'm like, I feel it, guys, and I cannot run away from that fact. And they're like, okay, let's see. So that morning, as I told, I couldn't sleep. I woke up at 6 a.m. going to the washroom. As I came back to my bed, because it was too early for me, I'm not going to work at the moment, so I was just laying on my bed now, and then I said a little prayer. God, please, whatever you want to say to me right now, show me, talk to me. And then I slept. Not slept as such, like I put my head down, of course, and then a few seconds there was a message on my phone. It was from my boyfriend. Normally he would just send me some hearts, so he sent those hearts, 3 hearts, and I chose not to respond to them. I put my head down again. I said again another prayer. I'm like, God, please don't confuse me. Whatever it is that you want to say today, just speak to me. Just speak to me. And then I put my head down. Guys, within a few minutes, I received a message again on my Instagram. This is a person who was actually like talking to me. The person works the same company as my boyfriend, and he was telling me that I have something to tell you. So I was asking, what is it that you want to tell me? And you know, it was like 7 a.m. now in the morning. In my mind, I'm like, no one can just wake up this time and wanting to talk. What exactly is it that this means? That's something serious. So already I was like ready to listen to what this person is gonna say, and I knew it was, of course, bad news, but I was ready to receive the bad news. So he went on to tell me that actually that time, because we've been chatting like, hello, how are you, what, just hello, just catching up. And then the person told me that whatever you had from the beginning about your boyfriend seeing another person, it's actually true. I couldn't tell you. I was just hoping that you will find out on your own. But as I can see, you are a good person and you are actually in dark. You really don't know what is happening. But your boyfriend has been seeing this girl for a very long time already. And most of the times he even like slips off, of course, with the girlfriends. But you don't know because you don't stay here. And he is kind of manipulating this girl because she's young and he's taking advantage. She doesn't even touch his phones, or they don't even take photos together. That's how it is, because he's always putting this thing in her head that we don't need to show the world. You know, it's okay, you know, I love you, so no need to show it to the world. So it's more like he manipulated this poor lady so that she will not like think of anything else. guys, I've never seen, I don't even know if it's a human being or it's a monster I was dealing with, but it's really, really bad. So now he's telling me all of this. He told me, okay, I don't want any names to be mentioned, of course, and he told me, you're an adult and I know you will handle this situation in a diplomatic manner. And I assured him, of course, I will not mention any name. I know how I'm going to handle this situation. So I laughed. I wanted to cry. I laughed. I was like, okay, this is what I was waiting for anyway. And now it has visited me. It's here. I was thinking now what I should do. How am I going to get this person? Because this person just told me it's word of mouth as well, but he doesn't have tangible, like something tangible to prove that, you know, tangible evidence. So what I did, I was thinking of how I can do it. The only thing I knew now is because we had stopped posting, as I mentioned before, our photos, right? So I went on my Instagram and then I changed my profile picture to our photo. That's me and him. And then I posted my photo in his t-shirt in his apartment. And then I put the location where he stays. And then he has his Instagram account for the business that he was also doing, the same business that I'm into. And my Instagram is on private. I removed the privacy. So I was actually aiming the lady that he's been cheating me with and him. So I had to remove my Instagram from private to public. So I changed and uploaded those photos. And then to draw his attention, I went to his Instagram account and then I liked 2 photos. And then he saw that. As soon as he saw that, he called me. Hi, you're still sleeping? And then I'm like, oh yes, I'm just lazy today. Did you eat? I'm like, no, I didn't eat.
And then he goes like, babe, why did you upload your photo on Instagram? I thought we agreed that we are not going to post any photos because of that issue I told you. And I just say to him, but that issue is back in your home country. It's not happening here in the UAE. So why do you bother? And why does that matter for me to upload your photos and my photos? It's not like nobody knows that we've been a thing since 4 years back. No, you just need to delete. So I was like, let me not waste my energy then that time. I'm like, babe, I came to know everything. So now you've just confirmed everything yourself, that you've been cheating. It's fine. I totally understand. I don't know why you did this, and I don't know why you didn't tell me or just walked away. But thank you very much. He wanted to be defensive and shout, and then I'm like, no, save it. I don't have the energy to do that. I will just leave you in peace and let everything be. And then I hung up. Just a few seconds later, the girlfriend texted me on my Instagram as well. Caroline, just tell me, are you still seeing this guy? Because this is actually making me suffer. Like, are you still with him? And then I told her we never broke up. I've been together with him since 4 years ago. We never broke up. That time we had a misunderstanding, but we worked things out and we're still together. I'm like, yeah, but he also got back with me in February. He told me that he broke off the relationship with you. And then I told her, he lied. He lied to you and you lied to me. So we were just having mutual conversation with this other lady. And then I had this number. I asked if that's her number, if she was the one texting me. And then she said, no, that's not my number. And then I said, oh, wow. So I don't know if you can find out there. So guys, okay, let me leave it now for today. I'll continue in my next video, and I will be explaining how I'm taking this. And I also would like to talk about other women who are getting through a breakup, because as women we seem to keep quiet and heal, use time to heal, and then we forget about it and then just leave these people do whatever they can do with our feelings, breaking our hearts, and they can still go on as if nothing have happened. So thank you so much guys for listening, and just don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment. If you have any questions, just please drop them down on the comment box. Follow me on my Instagram as well for the updates, and just do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again in my next video. Just stay tuned. Have a lovely afternoon, evening.